Robertson County Commission held a meeting of about 35 minutes for the September session. Elected the current chair and chair pro tem for another year. They re-elected members of the Finance Management Committees, the Handicapped Advisory Board, and ratified the Northcrest Board. There was a public hearing over 5 rezoning resolutions, all of which passed without any opposition. Under new resolutions, the bond for Delvin Hester, who's our highway superintendent, was approved by the commission. There was a declaration of surplus property from EMS, a number of older vehicles which the county had actually bought used, now will be sold on gov deals, and some money acquired, and then approved to allow the city of Springfield to annex this new South Springfield Elementary School site that is across from Highland Crest College. And the commission at the last meeting approved the architect fees for that project to go forward. So about a year from now, we should see some dirt moving, and that school, which we've needed for a long time, come forth. Commission also approved an addition of about 43 acres of timber on the site that's adjacent to the National Guard Armory on 76, part of the old Brown property, which was donated to the county many years ago. You may recall that back in February, the commission allowed about 63 acres of that timber to be cut and the proceeds to go toward athletic facilities at Springfield High School. Well, this simply moves across Highway 76, cuts those trees, and uses that money for the same project. So that too was approved. And then we finished the evening with some questions about inequities in pay. You may recall that budget was passed at the August commission meeting, and this is something the commission deals with, and the budget committee struggles with every year, is trying to keep salaries as equitable as you can, comparing them to what similar positions are in other counties. It's a very expensive process to try to bring all those salaries into alliance with our neighboring counties at one time. So the decision has been made to do that in increments. And so some departments did get more than the 3% cost of living raise. They were given, in some instances, a flat amount rather than a percentage. And that called into question because some people got extra money and some people didn't, and that always creates some difficulties. But I think the Budget Committee did a good job of explaining how they arrived at those decisions, and we'll try to address other inequities as we see they exist in the coming budget year. Also spend a little bit of time explaining to the commission tonight that we seem to be on the threshold of 2 very important initiatives for Robertson County. Last week we held the final public hearing about the county comprehensive growth plan and land use. This is something that we have been working on quite literally since the spring of 2007, when we held a visioning meeting. And the plan has been written for Robertson County. It will now go to the Planning Commission and hopefully be approved at that point, and then come to the full County Commission possibly as soon as November. So we're excited about that. The community as a whole felt like it was time that we took action to make sure that our farmland stayed active and in use and productive, and that we concentrated our growth where growth already exists. This makes sense for where people live, how they drive their cars, where they go to work. It certainly makes sense for government as they try to plan future schools and roads and water systems and sewer systems. So, important step forward. And something else that you may recall, there's an organization called the Metropolitan Planning Organization, and most of the counties in the greater Nashville area have been members of that organization for a long time. What the MPO does is to make recommendations to the Tennessee Department of Transportation for the allocation of state highway funds. You may also recall that it's been a long time since there's been any new state highway funding in Robertson County. In fact, the new construction part goes back some 25 years when Highway 41 was 4-laned from Goodlettsville to Springfield. So we've been behind the 8 ball for a long time. We hope to make that situation better if Robertson County can join the MPO. I sent a letter in December of that year to Nashville Mayor Carl Dean, who was also the chairman of the MPO, asking that they consider Robertson County for membership. That process now has been going on for almost 3 years, and I suspect that at the probably October or November meeting that Robertson County and Murray County will be voted on by the MPO for membership. So we're excited about the prospect of becoming an MPO member and joining more fully the greater Nashville area. This won't change the way that money is allocated for highway funding overnight, but I think in time it will as that pie begins to be sliced, hopefully, in our direction. So MPO membership, as well as a comprehensive growth plan being approved, are 2 giant steps forward in the progress of this community. And I want to thank all of those people who have been involved in both of these initiatives as we move closer toward them. So once again, I want to thank you for taking time to be a part of the Robertson County Commission meeting for September, and then hopefully you'll be back with us for the 3rd Monday in October. Look forward to seeing you then.